Chapter 2. Silence is not weakness, it's a weapon. Most people are afraid of silence. They rush to fill it. They joke to soften it. They talk to escape it. Powerful people use it. Silence creates leverage. You have a choice. You can rush to break the tension, or you can let the tension work for you. That's the key. In every conversation, there is a moment after words are spoken where pressure builds. That pressure is uncomfortable. And whoever breaks first usually loses position. Silence creates leverage. Think about interrogations. The skilled interrogator asks a direct question, then stops talking. No extra words. No emotional reaction. Just eye contact. Stillness. What happens? The other person starts filling the silence. They add details. They contradict themselves. They reveal more than they planned. Why? Because silence applies pressure. Power waits. In negotiations, the same rule applies. You make an offer. Then stop. Do not justify it. Do not defend it. Do not explain your logic. Just stop. Silence creates leverage. The other person will feel the need to respond. They will counter. They will adjust. They will expose their urgency. You don't need their permission. You don't need to convince them with endless words. You need discipline. It's not about confidence. It's about discipline. Most people talk because they're nervous. They mistake activity for strength, noise for control. But control is calm. Control is steady breathing. Control is holding eye contact. Control is letting your words land without chasing approval. Power waits. In high-stakes business meetings, the most powerful person in the room is rarely the loudest. It's the one who listens the longest. They observe. They calculate. They say little. And when they speak, the room shifts. Silence creates leverage. Here's what you must understand. When you react instantly, you surrender control. Someone criticizes you. You defend immediately. Someone challenges you. You raise your voice. Someone insults you. You fire back. You have a choice. React emotionally, or respond strategically. That's the key. Non-reaction is not weakness. Non-reaction is strength under control. It signals, I am not threatened. I am not rushed. I am not shaken. You don't need their permission to stay calm. In fact, the calmer you are, the more unstable they feel. Silence creates leverage. Here's a practical rule. When someone says something provocative, count to 5 in your head before responding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will notice something powerful. Half of what you wanted to say disappears. Emotion fades. Clarity rises. Power waits. Another rule. When you finish speaking in a meeting, do not add a nervous follow-up sentence. No, does that make sense? No, just my opinion. No, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Stop. Let your words sit. You don't need their permission. The moment you add disclaimers, you shrink your authority. It's not about intelligence, it's about discipline. Discipline to stop. Discipline to pause. Discipline to let silence stretch. Silence creates leverage. Let's talk about arguments. In personal conflicts, the person who reacts most loses emotional position. If someone raises their voice and you match it, you are equal in chaos. But if they raise their voice and you lower yours, now the dynamic shifts. Power waits. Lower volume. Slower speech. Longer pauses. You are no longer reacting. You are directing. You have a choice. Escalate. Or control the frame. That's the key. Silence also reveals truth. When you stop interrupting people, they show you who they are. Their impatience. Their insecurity. Their arrogance. Most people expose themselves if you simply let them talk long enough. Silence creates leverage. Here's an exercise for you. In your next 3 conversations, focus on asking one strong question, then stay silent. Do not rescue the conversation. Do not clarify the question. Do not soften it. Ask. Pause. Watch. You will learn more in that silence than in 10 minutes of talking. Power waits. Now understand this deeply. Silence is not passivity. It is controlled presence. There is a difference. Passive silence avoids conflict. Powerful silence controls conflict. You don't withdraw. You remain steady. Eye contact. Relaxed posture. Measured breathing. You don't need their permission to hold your ground. In leadership, silence forces accountability. When a team member gives a weak excuse, most managers jump in to help them finish the sentence. Stop doing that. Let them sit in their explanation. Let them hear how it sounds. Silence creates leverage. People correct themselves when faced with quiet attention. It's not about dominance, it's about discipline. Discipline to resist interrupting. Discipline to resist defending. Discipline to resist proving. Proving is insecurity. Presence is power. You have a choice. Be loud and temporary, or calm and unforgettable. Power waits. And here's the deeper truth. When you master silence externally, you start mastering silence internally. You stop reacting to every thought. You stop chasing every emotional spike. You stop answering every internal criticism. That's real control. Because the loudest voice you must learn to silence is your own fear. Silence creates leverage. Leverage over conversations. Leverage over conflicts. Leverage over yourself. And self-control is the foundation of power. Remember this line. You don't need their permission. Not to pause. Not to wait. Not to remain calm. The world will test you. People will provoke you. Opportunities will pressure you. You have a choice. Rush or wait. React or observe. Speak or let silence do the work. That's the key. Silence is not empty. It is loaded. Loaded with control. Loaded with confidence. Loaded with leverage. Power waits. You've learned to stop over-talking. You've learned to use silence as pressure. You are no longer reacting automatically. But silence alone is not enough. Because the world will try to provoke you emotionally. And if you still react internally, you're not free. You mastered your words. You sharpened your silence. Now it's time to master your reactions completely.